How to know if you need support from a psychotherapist. Something feels extremely heavy and overwhelming, and you feel you can't carry this burden anymore all by yourself. It is time to contact a psychotherapist. If a loved one of yours passed away, or you're going through a heavy breakup, or through a heavy divorce, those are all situations where it's very heavy for everyone, but especially if there are some additional factors that contribute to this heaviness, you might want to seek professional help. The cases where you feel like a complete failure, so you feel like you're not good at anything, you can't stand yourself, you don't see the meaning in anything anymore. Those might be symptoms of depression or burnout, so it's crucial that you seek the help of a psychotherapist in this situation. In case you burst into tears or you're raging and you don't see the reason behind it, so you don't understand why you are so upset, you are not in control of your emotions, you can't recognize yourself. Those are all signs of dysregulated nervous system, and there might be underlying trauma that is not addressed. So if you have this mood swings and you are totally out of control, you start crying in public places, or you start shouting just for small reasons, that's a sign that you need to contact a specialist. In case you are worried all the time, you have panic attacks, and you're so afraid that you stop doing the things you love, or you don't dare doing new things, or even if it's already to the extreme where you have phobia, you're afraid to go out of your house, or you don't want to socialize at all with other people. It's crucial that you seek support from a therapist. If you experience a reoccurring pattern of abusive relationships, this might be at work, where you start working in one workplace, you have a toxic boss, it's very heavy, very stressful for you. Then you go to your next job, and what do you find there? The same toxic boss. So if this patterns reoccurs and you face such people on and on and on, or in case this is in your personal life, where you have very abusive relationships, so you go out of this relationship, the next one, sometimes even worse, that's a sure sign you need to contact a psychotherapist. Another one, if you always find yourself in relationships with people with a lot of problems, who are addicted to something, who cannot take care of themselves, so you find yourselves always in situations taking care of others, and you can't deal with this anymore. You're tired, you're frustrated, you want your needs to be met as well. So you go out of this relationship, but the next one, it's basically the same thing or even worse. That's also a sign you need to work with a psychotherapist. The cases where you want to be in a relationship so much and you try so hard and there's no result, so it doesn't happen. Somehow you seem to be attracted only to people who don't have any interest in you. That's also a sign you need professional help. There is something underlying there. If you have any addictions, any eating disorders, if you are addicted to gambling, alcohol, drugs, if you are addicted to porn, to sex, if you constantly fall in love and stop taking care of yourself, if you're codependent, that are all signs that you need to contact a therapist. Basically, psychotherapy, it's not only for people with diagnosis. It's for all people who have a difficult time right now, need some support to go through it, to work through it, or generally for people who want to develop, to work on their self-development. Sometimes people ask themselves, maybe it's not that heavy, I don't need to contact a psychotherapist, I will deal on my own, I don't need to be weak and stuff. But you know, psychotherapy, it's not only for diagnosis, it's not only for heavy cases. It's actually better to contact a psychotherapist when it's still it's unbearable, but it's not that heavy. The problem wasn't there for many years already. Because the longer you wait, the longer it will take to heal from it, to feel better. So no problem is not heavy enough for a therapist. If you assume you have depression, check out our video, How Does Depression Feel?